The year has begun, and so I'm back. Welcome back to my channel.
Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
I have like a total of 15 videos on my channel, so I don't even know if it's accurate saying welcome back to my channel, but I'm gonna go with that. I like to think that I am a fashion intellectual,
I'm not a hater.
is what I tell myself. I analyze culture, I'm a critic. And I like to talk, like I just like to express my opinions. And over the holidays I didn't have a lot of time to be filming. I didn't have a lot of time to talk about fashion. I was definitely observing some things though, and I have a lot to talk about on that and what I've seen like in the later part of 2025 and what I think is going to roll over into 2026. So I'm not an acclaimed art critic or fashion critic. I'm not Tuba Avalon. Hopefully, I said that name correctly. I'm not Ash Callaghan. I don't see these things before they happen. Ash has an eye for that.
But I have thoughts.
And these are my thoughts. So, my first thought is
The rise of conservatism.
we definitely saw this in 2025. Of course, I think the political environment has an effect on fashion because, of course, it does. I think that fashion is political. Politics has always been a part of fashion, it's always been political. What you wear has always been political. I have a whole video just about that. But I think that it was really concerning to just see Mormon wives coming back, dressing like long skirts, modest silhouettes. I saw a rise of modesty. I saw in trends, I saw Christian influencers, Christian makeup tutorial. And when did religious discrimination become a thing? Because, yeah, maybe I'm not saying, oh, you're not a Christian, so I don't want to watch you. But if I'm saying, let me go find a Christian influencer and we're doing this as a trend, like I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Um, so that was something that I noticed. I came, I was raised in a very Christian household, so I'm very familiar with how harmful some of not the Christian aspects, because I think Jesus was a cool person. Like honestly, I think that Jesus had everything right. I think people got it wrong, but there's a lot of people in the religious, what's the word I'm going to use here? There are people that use religion as moral justification. And if you're telling me that I need to cover up my shoulders because I'm offending God, because I'm not a good Christian, well, I don't think that there's anything more I need to say on that. But yeah, so we saw the rise of conservatism in fashion. We saw the rise of modesty. We saw the rise of modest silhouettes. That was concerning. I don't see that going away anytime soon, but that's just something to be aware of, something that I've noticed. The second thing I'm going to talk about, Ash has already talked about, and I've seen the video, going offline. Yes, I think that 2025 felt like one of those things where it was like we have way too much stuff. So now our thing is that we have no stuff. And I'm a big minimalist. I always have been. So I don't see anything wrong with like trying to minimalize your life, but I think that the key aspect here is removing things, not bringing in new things. Excuse me. I think that when you start removing things, it really makes you more selective as to like, what am I keeping? At the beginning of the year here, and I mean, by the beginning of the year, I mean probably January, I really want to do a deep cleanse. I want to do a deep cleanse of my house and really ask myself, what is it that I still use? And decluttering has been a big part of my life since I moved out of my parents' house. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff because then I like it consumes my time. It's harder to keep my house clean. So, minimalism is the way to go for me. I think that being more selective with the things that I choose to keep around is really going to affect my life more than me buying something else. So, if you really want to like get offline and if we really want to like consume less, I think what we need to be doing is decluttering, not going offline and going analog. But just my personal thoughts and my promotion my promote
Why am I saying promote?
my advocacy for minimalism. I'm going to use that as a segue actually. We're going to talk about Japanese minimalism because I have no idea why I'm interested in that, but I am. I'm really interested in that. Japanese minimalism is super cool to me because everything feels practical and intentional and everything is there for a reason. I've also noticed that my values seem to line up a lot with Japanese culture. I really much value competence, I value diligence, I value wellness, I value balance. And that's not something that I see in America. I see a lot of fast paced, moving consumerism. And I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, right? Because we're a fast moving culture. America's a hardworking, fast moving culture. And I think that there's a lot of people that are proud of that. That's just not what I'm looking for at this point in my life. I really want to slow down. I really want to focus on my health and my wellness. And if I'm aligned with my values and my spirituality, am I who I want to be? Is my time going where I want it to go? Do my habits reflect that? Do my actions reflect that? And just like really honing in on my life. And I feel like Japanese minimalism is really lining up with where I want to go right now. I don't know if anybody else relates to that. I don't know if that's specifically a me thing, but if I'm thinking that, somebody else probably is thinking that too because we all live in the same world here. Like I've heard that nobody ever has an original thought. So maybe somebody else has had this thought before. But anyways,
Also, I've been having a lot of Asian food.
and I feel like in Asian food, less is more. You just have like more quality ingredients and you like put more time into the preparation. And I'm very used to Mexican foods because I'm Mexican. My parents are Mexican. I'm used to Mexican recipes with lots of ingredients and lots of spices. And I'm learning about Japanese recipes that are actually very simple but they're just time consuming because it's like how you prepare it. So I thought that that was really interesting. That was a really interesting contrast. But I think that that's all I have to say on that. The last thing that I want to talk about is going to be kind of grim. I've lost faith in the internet. I've lost faith in people.
I've lost faith in basically everyone and everything.
And I just realized this maybe not even a week ago. I just realized this. I realized that nobody knows what they're talking about, especially not the influencers, especially not the YouTubers, because we all live in a world where we can only see our own perspective. And I'm so tired of opening comment sections to be validated or to see somebody say something that's totally crazy that like is definitely hate speech. And I'm so tired of seeing people in real life act incompetent. I'm so tired of people telling me what to do as a woman, as a single woman, who to date, if I should date, what my boyfriend should do, shouldn't be doing. I don't know if that's a woman's struggle. I don't know if that's a young adult struggle, but I've lost faith.
And everything, and nobody knows what they're talking about.
Okay, I have not found anybody that wants to tell me what to do, I have not found credibility in any of them, because if you were really happy with your life, why would you be telling me how to live mine? Why would you not be focusing on improving yours? And if you're telling me just wait till you have kids, just wait till you get married,
Maybe my kids aren't going to be like yours. Maybe my marriage isn't going to be like yours.
and just wait till you move back stateside, just wait till this, just wait till that. I think that people want you to be miserable with them. And no matter what I do, it seems like somebody has a piece of advice for me. And I've decided in 2026 that I'm going to stop taking all advice.
And I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Because no matter what I do, there's always going to be somebody to criticize me, and there's always going to be somebody to support me. And I feel like I haven't had a lot of guidance in my life, but I think that I've done just fine. And if I could make it to 23, I'm going to be 24 this year, and I really like where I'm at. So I think I'm just going to keep listening to my gut because I like where that's gotten me, and not listen to people who I don't like, and I don't like their life, and I don't know why they're giving me advice instead of maybe improving their life. I don't know, maybe that's harsh. And I don't know how really that's related to fashion. Um, but I think sometimes in fashion, you just have to acknowledge that nobody knows your path, and nobody can tell you how to dress, and nobody can tell you what to wear or how to smile or how to walk. And the only person that knows how to do it is you, because you are meant to do it differently than everybody else, and that's what makes you you. So maybe that's how it ties into everything. These are my thoughts going into 2026 on fashion and other things. And I have a lot more to come this year. So I hope that you tune in, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.